I talk to care partners all the time who feel super guilty about what's happening with their loved one. And here's the ironic part. If you're feeling guilty and shameful and anxious about, caregiving, you're actually probably doing it right. And really, that's one of the first keys to dealing with guilt and caregiving, which is to recognize that everybody who's caregiving, for the most part, feels that same type of feeling, and it's normal and it's natural. But then, too, to recognize that if you're out there doing the hard work of watching videos like this one, reading up on dementia, maybe you've read my books, maybe you've read somebody else's books or blogs or whatever, you're doing what you can. You're getting that education. You're doing what you need to do, and you're doing the best that you can with it. That's number two. So, recognize other people feel just as guilty as you, and it's a normal part of caregiving. And then giving yourself space and recognizing, hey, I'm doing what I can here, right? The decisions I'm making, I didn't take my loved one's keys away because I just felt like it. It's because that person can't safely drive anymore. You're doing the best that you can, and you're doing what's safe for them. And then number three here is that a lot of what you're feeling is probably connected to what we call anticipatory grief and ambiguous loss. The loss that you're feeling is ambiguous because while the person is still there next to you, they're not as present or present in the same way that they were before the dementia diagnosis. And you're anticipating more loss. You're anticipating more grief. And these are very normal parts of caregiving. And a lot of times when I talk to care partners, they feel guilty that they feel this loss because they say, well, my friend lost, she lost her mother a couple years ago and she's grieving. But here I am grieving and my partner's still next to me, or my mom's still next to me. Right. But you're allowed to grieve, because just because that person is there doesn't mean there hasn't been a loss. Because there has been. Dementia does cause a lot of these losses and this emotional gap between you and that other person. Those are my keys really to making you feel a little bit better and heard and seen with this dementia caregiving, because it is a real struggle. And also, you're allowed to, by the way, really hate this job. You didn't sign up for this job. This is not a job that you got any training for. No one's paying you for this job, probably. If you do work in a community and you're being paid to do it and you hate it, please don't work there anymore. It's not for you. But you're allowed to not love dementia caregiving. Okay, that's all right. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. Please share it with your friends, your family, whoever you want, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks again.